Hey everyone, I'm Mark, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than usual. We're going to be going on a flight together from Lugano out to a small town in France called Les Bains that has some amazing scenery along the way and really fun procedures into and out of both of our airports, so I thought it would be nice to share this one together. We're doing this flight in the Piaggio P180, operating as a charter to bring some VIPs back to France. So what I've done is prepared the CDU ahead of time, and all we have to do now is get our clearance, get our passengers on board, and head off. This is the first video that I make in this style, so I'm going to need your feedback to know what you liked, what you'd like to see more or less of, or if you think I should never make another video like this again, let me know all of it in the comments. But for now, let's just go ahead and board the plane. The first thing we're going to have to do here, like I was saying, is to get our clearance. So let's go ahead and do that now. Lugano clearance, this is Mosquito 27. We are requesting IFR clearance with Papa to Aix-les Bains.
Mosquito 27, Lugano delivery. Expect runway 01 Ometo 1 Echo departure. Squawk 1000.
All right, we will expect runway 1 with the Ometo 1 departure, and we'll be squawking 1000 for Mosquito 27.
Mosquito 27, read back correct. Contact tower 120.25 when ready for push or start.
All right, so that looks all good. If I go down, you can see here, actually, we can see our route is going to take us off of runway 1. We're going to do a little loop in the valley around Lugano, and then we're going to be heading out and towards our destination. So that's all set up properly. And as it looks like all of our passengers are on board now, we can go ahead and get all of our doors closed up. With all of that set up, we're pretty much ready to get going here. So if we head down to our instruments, we can start our engines. So we'll start with the left engine first. All right, that's engine 1. So now we want to run engine 2 from engine 1. So we need to turn both of our pumps to on here, and we will turn the fuel valve to open. Before we start that though, we'll turn our left generator to on, and we are ready to start the right engine now. So just going to start coming up. Once we have 20% on the NG, we can introduce our fuel here. And now she's lighting off. All right, it looks like we've got 2 good starts. So let's turn our right generator on now. And from there, we can turn our hydraulics to on. Our bleed air can come on. I'll hide this so we can see a little bit better. Cooling, we'll turn our fan on cool just to keep everyone comfortable in the cabin as well. Our pressurization's all set. Our landing altitude is near sea level, so we're good there. And I think from there, the next step, we will be ready for taxi. Lugano Tower, Mosquito 27, we're at stand 32, requesting taxi to runway 01.
Mosquito 27, backtrack runway 01. Call when ready for departure. Mosquito 27, Lugano Tower, wind variable, runway 01 cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 01, Mosquito 27. Okay, prop comes to full. There we go. All right, let's go. So parking brake off. And let's bring them up to about 50%. And let's set our takeoff power. Our rotation speed today is at 116. There we go, power is set. And here comes rotation. Here we go. Ooh, she almost auto-rotated on me there. Safely in the air now. You're up. This turn here, if you've never flown out of Lugano, I really haven't done a good job of showing you the whole area, but it's just incredible. There's just mountains all around, you've got the field below you. It really doesn't get any better than this departure, I don't think. Sounds like it's a busy day on Beyond ATC today, so we're just going to keep her flying for now. Center ourselves out here. We're going to be flying right over the field in a couple of seconds, and then we're going to start our turn to the left and continue our climb.
Center on 127.6, Edelweiss from Sierra Papa.
Alright, so we are well into our climb here. We're almost leveled off, so we're just going to work through our checklist, make sure everything's looking right. So we're through 14,000 feet. At this point, we can bring our landing lights to off. Our prop is still full until we get to cruise, at which point we'll probably bring it back to 1900 RPM just because it'll make it a little bit more quiet in the cabin for everyone. Other than that, our flaps are already up. The clouds are below us, so I think we're okay, even though it's -5. We'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think we need any icing right now. I think we're good there. All right. Alright, so we had a really short climb there. We're already at our cruise altitude of 18,000 feet. So we're just going to do a couple of little cleanup steps here just to make sure that we're all set for our cruise. First off, we can make things a little bit more comfortable for our passengers, and we're going to bring our prop RPM back to 1900, which should make things that little bit more quiet for them. And we are looking good from a flight plan perspective. We're heading direct to our next waypoint. Our airspeed is looking good. We're pushing the engines a little bit here. Our ITT is all right though, so I think we're okay. We're trying to get there as quickly as we can because I believe there's some weather moving in that we want to try and avoid. So we're doing Mach 0.5, so that's pretty good. Alright, we are back. We are still at cruise here. We're about 20 minutes out from our destination. As you've seen, there's some incredible scenery along the way here. It's really worth flying this one yourself. One thing that is a little bit concerning here that we can see up ahead is that mountain, but we've actually got a turn coming, and I think it's right before we get there. So we're going to keep going here, and if we see it gets a little bit too close ahead of us, we'll deviate to the right ahead of time. Nope, that's not for us. So one thing that I am also concerned about is you can see there's a little bit of cloud coverage here, and our external temperature is -10. So we're definitely in the icing range. I'm not seeing anything on the windshields, but it might be worth keeping an eye on it. I think there's an annunciator message when there is icing in this plane, but I'm not 100% sure, so yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that one.
Mosquito 27, Marseille Control, expect Salave 3 Papa, runway 36.
Right, we'll accept the Saleh 3 Papa for runway 36 for Mosquito 27. Alright, so while we're verifying that, we can start setting up our approach now. There's a few things we've got to do, so let's go into our flight plan here. Under the arrival, the Salé 3 Papa. So we're going to be landing on runway 36, but what we're going to be doing is the visual approach. And the visual approach actually has you descending via the ILS first. So we're going to go with the ILS Zulu for now. And that will bring us all the way to 18, and then we'll be able to switch to the visual approach once we're close by.
Mosquito 27, descend to flight level 090.
Send to flight level 090 for Mosquito 27. Alright, as you can see, we are getting to our level off altitude at 9,000 feet, and we are almost at our destination here. The airport where we're going to be landing, you can actually see it in the distance out here. It's right there. So we're going to be coming in, and we'll be doing a circle to land around to 36.
Mosquito 27, 14 miles from Vector _LS_1, turn right, heading 140, maintain 1,800 feet until established on the final approach course.
Alright, we'll turn right 140, we'll maintain 1,800 feet until we're established on the final approach course for Mosquito 27. Alright, so we are on our descent here towards 1,800 feet. They're handing us off to the tower, so we'll do that now. Over to tower on 118.3, so yeah. And we'll just tune that now, 118.3. 118.3, here we go. Alright, let's switch this into localizer mode so that it aligns. Let's go approach mode, so that arms the localizer, and in theory it should intercept the loc for us. So we are still descending here. I think we could probably slow that down because we're below the glide slope, it seems. And we're not on the final approach course yet, but again, like I said at the start of this video, look at these views, incredible views. Incredible lake. It's just a really fun flight, and especially when you get the landing on runway 36, you're gonna get to circle around. It's a lot of fun as well. Looks like there's some resorts off of our left here, couple pleasure boats on the lake. Looks like a beautiful day in Aix-les-Bains today. Alright, once we reach 1.8 on the DME, that's when we're going to break off to the left. Actually, yeah, I think we're safe here, so let's go autopilot off and let's level things out just a little bit here. I'm gonna turn our flight director off. We're gonna bring our altitude down to 0. We're gonna break off to the left here. We're gonna maintain 1,800. And I'm gonna bring the flaps to mid now. A little bit fast for it, but it should be all right. I'm gonna bring the gear down as well, just so that we don't get too far behind. When you're doing this type of approach, things happen very quick, so you want to make sure to have as much of the plane configured early as possible. So we'll leave it at flaps mid and the gear down for now as we get ready to loop back around. I think we're pretty much there now, so let's go. Flaps full. Bring some power back in here. We are getting a little bit slow. Our approach speed is going to be 125. Again, we're climbing. Really bad technique here. Push that down there. There we go. For a bit less trim. And our runway is on a heading of 360, so we can use the localizer to help line ourselves up. And you can sort of use the nav display as well. You can see the runway there off to the right. So let's just keep our turn going. Before I forget, we'll bring the yaw damper off. Our gear is down and our flaps are at full. We're good there. I think we're looking good for altitude as well. Let's keep this turn going here. Try and spot the runway. Yep, there she is. All right, looking good.
Mosquito 27, Chambari Tower, wind 300 at 1, runway 36 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 36, Mosquito 27. Not the best landing, but we'll take it. We came really close to touching down on the nose wheel first there, so clearly we need a bit more practice with this plane. But if you enjoyed this flight and you'd like to see more like it, let me know your suggestions in the comments and make sure to like and subscribe on your way out.